cookies wherever they are, all around the valley. Now these, as you see from the videos, they are all, if there were about 10 cases in the valley, I have heard of only one in the hills since the 3rd of May. And out of in the hills, whatever was robbed or snatched by the civilians, of course, I'm sure they snatched it out of desperation to defend themselves. I've been told that all of these have been again recovered by the Sioux group of armed militants, Kuki militants.
Yes.
They have been recovered and they have been handed over properly and accounted for.
Yes.
Whatever was taken in the hills. Now, whatever was taken in the valley has not been recovered yet. Not even one has been recovered. In fact, Kokomi has announced that they will not return it. It is this is the position in the hills and the valley, and this is an evidence that the government itself is hand in glove with the mob in the valley. They are even if they are actually complicit in the assault to the hills. And one thing they keep saying is they want the integrity of Manipur. Now, who is breaking up Manipur? It is the CM and his cohorts only. They have broken Manipur, and now they want integrity. They're talking in contradiction. If they want peace, they should act in a peaceful manner. But they keep going on the militarization way, or they arming themselves, they arming the people, and they keep calling the cookies as all kinds of names, terminologies to justify the use of state machinery, the police and the IRB and the paramilitary forces. It is a totally partisan government. I mean, what more can I say?
All right, so you just referred to the term illegal immigrants, in which the Manipur government, especially a letter given by the Chief Secretary, had stated that 718 illegal immigrants had entered the state of Manipur, and they had questioned what the Assam Rifles was doing. That 718 illegal immigrants entered. Now, sir, according to the 2011 census, out of the 43% of tribal population that is present in Manipur, the cookies account for about 15 to 16%. That was the 2011 data. So, according to you, sir, do you think that the census not being taken in the year 2020, 2021 is also a major factor as to why the present government, or rather the N. Singh government, is so bold enough to call all cookies illegal immigrants, sir?
He keeps contradicting himself. Recently, he says he doesn't mean all the cookies are immigrants. He says some are immigrants. Now, and as you said, they have identified 780 immigrants.
Yes.
Now, which means they have a number, they have identified them. Is the government's duty to, if they have identified them, to put them in camps and give them identification marks, cards, and control their movement? It is their failure if they have disappeared or or maybe they have already gone back also. Now, if they have a number, it means they should be in control of that number. How can they put the onus on the Kuki population? It means they don't run the government anymore. They're just looking for scapegoats and blame game. The Kuki population, we cannot be blamed for 700 people who came from Burma. They have a number, means they know where they are. They have identified them. The fault lies with them if they don't know where they are now. And I'm sure they know. And these are just propaganda slogans which they're shouting. They keep contradicting themselves. Everything they say, they contradict themselves. If you have 780 refugees, they are actually displaced persons from Burma. These are people who in desperate condition. What do you think they're going to pick up the problem here? They're barely able to survive. They're looking for food and shelter, women and children. These are not dangerous people. All they have to do is put them in camps, give them humanitarian aid, and wait for the time for them to go back. Why are they making politics out of 780 people they have identified?
All right, sir. Now, this question to you is not as a political, since you're a political member, this is not a question to you in this regard, but this question is to you with regard that, so you had served in the IRS, you are a former administrator, you have been working for the government of India. So now, solely as an administrator, the violence that is ensuing has now crossed about 93 days, sir. Now, as an administrator, over the past 93 days, there's hardly been talks of any solution. Well, the two parties are saying we do not want more disintegration of Manipur, whereas the other party is saying we want a separate administration. So, where is the way out, sir, for this particular thing, according to your experience as an administrator? Is there a way out of this conflict?
I'll refer to the recent riots in Haryana at Nu.
Yes.
It was also a dangerous, you could see the whole, it looked like the whole of Haryana was burning, but it was controlled in 24 hours.
Yes.
Even in less than 24 hours. Hundreds of rioters were arrested, they put in the lockup, and now things are normal. I mean, why was not that done in Manipur on the 3rd of May? If the CM wanted to do it, he could have done it, but he let it burn, he let it go ahead, till it came to a situation then that he could not control anymore. Now this is not only bad administration, this is being complicit in the rioting. The government itself has allowed this to happen, and this is the problem here. As an administrator, you are trained that when there's a law and order problem, you identify the problem and just shut them up. And they could have done it because they knew who were the rioters. But the problem is the CM was leading these rioters. He has actually stepped them up, and he has been egging them on since the last 4 or 5 years. They were just looking for an opportunity. When it came, you know how organized they are. They could even beat the Section 144, which says 3 or 4 people cannot assemble together. So they hang around 2 or 3 people here and there. They're having their biris or chai or something, and the signal comes. And the signal is that beating of the clang clang of the electric post. Clang 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 clang. It comes and they just converge from everywhere. About 200 of them, and they go beyond control. This is a very well rehearsed and organized sport, doing the same thing again and again. How are they allowed? That's all we ask.
All right, sir. Now, regarding another matter, Hornbill TV, when we had contacted the Delhi Commission for Women chairperson, Miss Swati Maliwal, she was one of the few persons to first come to the state to actually assess the situation in the ground, especially in Manipur, Churachandpur, Imphal East, Imphal West. And then when she had gone back to Delhi, she had even gone to visit the BJP MLA Wungzagin Walte, who was also brutally assaulted by a mob on the 4th of May. Now, after the Delhi Commission for Women chief had said that not even a representative of the state government, nor the central government, nor the BJP had come to even meet Mr. Wungzagin Walte. But then on the other hand, we have the Manipur Publicity and Broadcast Minister, Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, had said that the Manipur government has been in touch with Mr. Wungzagin Walte ever since the day he was airlifted to Delhi for his treatment. Now, I don't know whether you've been in touch, but what is the truth? Will the Cookie People Alliance say, will you guys agree with what Swati Maliwal said, or will you guys agree with what...
Also, the burning of the house of Mr. Lerpa Hawkett, this is just half a kilometer away from the CM building. He knew that the thing was happening. He did not... These are things could have been or taken preventive action, or he could have warned Wungzagin Walte not to take that road, go by another road, or go somewhere else. Something. I have a feeling the CM knew what was the situation. Maybe he's not directly directed these things, but he could have been more alert if he had been concerned about his own team. After all, they are the same party, the same government, same team.
All right, so we seem to have lost the visuals, but sir, since you can still hear me, what is the future role of the KPA in the Manipur government? And now, so we are also hearing reports that the Kokomi has also decided to not support the present government. They have given up their trust on the government. So what is the future steps that the Kuki People Alliance will take? And if, do you think that president's rule being imposed in Manipur is now a very pliable option, sir?
See, as far as the Kuki People's Alliance and the other 8 MLAs are concerned,
yes,
from the, I think it was on the 10th or 9th of May that we announced a demand for a separate administration.
Yes.
We want a separation from Manipur.
Yes.
So on that ground, I don't think we have any locus standi to say anything about Manipur anymore.
All right.
So whether we are with the Imphal government or not, we mentally and ideologically we are out of it. We are only waiting for a formalization of a separate administrative valley.
Okay, sir.
Which is what they mean by Kanglei Park anyway. Kanglei Park means the dried up area of the valley that is called Kanglei Park.
All right.
So let them be happy with what they have. They themselves have divided the state. We have nothing to say with what happens in Kanglei Park now.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for joining me at a very vulnerable time, but also thank you for expressing yourself on Hornbill TV and also giving us a statement about the Kuki People's Alliance and why the trust broke in the Biren Singh government. Thank you so much, and please stay safe, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So that was the General Secretary of the Kuki People's Alliance, Mr. Wilson Hung Singh, who is also a retired IRS officer. We just heard, well, over the past few months, whatever is happening, the Kuki People's Alliance felt that they were being left out, and there are speculations that the Kokomi too has withdrawn its support to the present state government, but these are just developing stories which Hornbill TV will be bringing you all the details. For more interviews like this, keep watching Hornbill TV. Goodbye. Dangor breaking news aina se.
For those who make decisions that count, for those who lead.
We shall all work together for the development
Naga
of the
people
constituency and the
have
state.
fought for the protection of culture.
The world is moving fast and you're always rushing to catch up. Let Hornbill TV catch up for you.
We are all about news that matters, more importantly, news that matters to you.
Hornbill TV bra latest reports our conversation to anibo sob Nagaland states laga aur Bahar states laga bi.
Hornbill TV do apnige dunia laga usor anibo.
All together on a single platform. Think big, watch big.
Fresh news, fresh day.
We are Hornbill TV.
दुनियाते थाक्या साफा पानी कुंतु खाली 0.3% আছে ইদুটো খালি খাউলে গনে একলা নহয় ইদু সাফা পানি তু আমি খান এগ্রিকালচার তে খাও সামান খান ওলাউলে করনে বি চলাই আৰু ইদু পানি খান ওয়াইল্ড লাইফ সাপোর্ট করে একটা হেলদি ফাংশনিং ইকোসিস্টেম দিবো করনে ইদু করনে পানি খান তু পলিউশন ফ্রি রাখিও লাগে আৰু আমি খান লাগা ওয়েস্ট খান মিসামিশি রিভার ব্যাংকস খানতে না ফেলাউলে লাগে কুंतु প্রা পানি পলিউট কৰি দে साल 2019 ते सरकार प्रा जल शक्ति अभियान लॉन्च करिशे नेशन वाइड वाटर कंजर्वेशन कैंपेन ते कुंतु प्रा सिटीजन्स खान के पानी कंजर्व करोले इनकरेज करे ग्रास रूट लेवल ते प्रा इदो साल जल शक्ति अभियान प्रा रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स खान क्लाइमेट कंडीशंस हिसाब ते करोले इनकरेज करिशे साल 2021 ते इदो स्कीम खान एकता प्रिपरेटरी स्टेप लॉन्च करिशे जल शक्ति अभियान Catch the Rain campaign ko ikina kuntu ekta massive awareness drive ase Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangat